He is a prolific art collector who has made the top 200 collectors list. Martin Margulies will be at the Gibbes Museum of Art next month. He joins us today, along with Angela Mack, Executive Director at the Gibbes. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Martin, this question is for you. Top 200 collectors list. The world is a big place. That means that you are a very serious art collector. How did you get started, and what were the first pieces that you brought into your collection?
Well, it's been over many years, and it turned out that before I knew it, I had several thousand pieces of art.
Goodness gracious. So you first started in real estate, is my understanding. How did you then pivot or foray into art collecting? What was the piece of art that did it?
Well, it just happened. I met people, and it seemed like a very worthy pursuit. And I said, well, I can't keep buying real estate. It's not that gratifying. And so I started collecting art, and I met some interesting people. And I had an idea of educating people as well as children. And except for my children, they don't get educated. But it was a very wonderful life that I've led in the art collecting.
I can only imagine. And from what I hear, is that a Picasso was one of your first pieces?
Oh, yes, yes. Thanks for reminding me.
After thousands and thousands of works of art, I can imagine it gets hard to keep track. What is this remarkable piece behind you?
The piece behind me is by George Siegel, a very eminent American sculptor who passed away some time ago. And you might see it's very familiar because it is part of the FDR Memorial in Washington, D.C. And that's one of the editions. It's a bronze. It's called The Bread Line. And it was George depicted the common person who is having trouble in their lives getting fed and housing. And that's what that evokes. And it's ironic that it's happening today to many of our people.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. It's a very haunting piece. Now, Angela, to bring Martin to Charleston is such a coup. He's going to be part of a lecture series that you have going on next month. So what are you hoping that audiences are going to come away with when they hear Martin speak about his art?
Well, I mean, the purpose of the Gibbes Distinguished Lecture Series since its inception 10 years ago has been to bring art luminaries from around the country and across the world to Charleston to really engage in a dialogue about the visual arts. And we've been very fortunate. We've had incredible artists like Jeff Koons and Maya Lin and Fred Wilson be earlier speakers. And this year, of course, Martin joins a group of collectors, including Leonard Lauder, who have spoken in Charleston before. We were very fortunate to meet Martin and to tour his incredible museum in Miami in 2019, the spring of 2019. And he was gracious enough to take our group through the institution, and that's how we got to know each other. So we felt very strongly that it would be a great chance to bring him to Charleston and share his passion for collecting and for the visual arts for our community.
Now, Martin, I want to hear more about the warehouse. I mean, Miami has become such an epicenter for art and a wonderful birthplace for a lot of artists. Can you tell us a little bit more about your philosophy behind the warehouse and what your mission was to achieve in the community as far as art goes?
Well, the mission was very simple. I had no more room in my house for art. So we thought we would do our community good by opening up a warehouse where we started with photography, and then we grew into videos and paintings and sculpture and installation work. And eventually we have about 50 some odd thousand square feet. And every year we change the exhibits, and we primarily have kids come in from school, and we give them lectures, and we try and teach them about the validity and the reason how to look at art and what to see. And it's been a very effective program.
And 50,000 square feet of it. So finally, I want to just get all the details of when you're going to be coming to Charleston, and perhaps, Angela, you can take us down that road, tell us how we can get tickets. And I know that social distancing is going to be a part of it, so.
Yes, so Martin will be with us on November 11th. The lecture will be at the Gilliard Performance Hall, and it will begin at 6 p.m. Ticketing is through the Gilliard website, the Gilliard Center website, and in-person tickets are $50, but we also have a wonderful virtual live stream component for $10. We're also encouraging teachers and school administrators and community groups to contact us with regards to finding out about how students that are involved with these groups or schools can participate for free. So we're really looking to use the virtual live stream component to expand our audience and to reach people all across the country. So we're very hopeful that that will be an accomplishment this year, as opposed to years past when the lecture was only in person. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Martin. We're thrilled.
So am I.
Angela, Martin, thank you both so much for sharing that with us. And of course, we're going to share that with our viewers. This is terrific.
Nice chatting with you.
We're back after this.
Thank you.